Okay, let's go on the record on cause number DC 2016910, Baker v. State Farm Lloyds. Counsel, make your appearances.
Thank you, Your Honor. Joe Sinaradsky, present for plaintiff.
Rachel Wall, present for State Farm.
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. So this is just a little background for Your Honor. This is a first-party insurance dispute. Plaintiff made a claim with her insurance carrier for damages to her home caused by a wind and hailstorm. The carrier did accept the claim and made a payment on the claim. Because plaintiff disagreed with the amount of loss as determined by the insurance company, she invoked the appraisal provision of the insurance policy. Just as a brief background, in case Your Honor is unfamiliar with the appraisal clause of the insurance policy, it's basically a mechanism that either party can invoke to determine the amount of the loss. So here we have a clear dispute as to the amount of loss. Plaintiff timely and correctly under the terms of the insurance policy invoked the policy's appraisal provision, and defendant has quite simply refused to comply. And at this point, Your Honor, I'll let Ms. Wall address her concerns.
All right, response.
Your Honor, the claim that is at issue here was a claim that was submitted in 2019, but there's further background. Before that, the plaintiffs submitted a claim for damage to their roof that is a result of the rafters in their attic separating from the ridge. Submitted the claim in November of 2015. In November 18th, 2015, State Farm denied that claim. Then in March 2019, they submitted a claim that included the same damage to the roof. State Farm did accept a portion of the claim. I think Mr. Sinaradsky indicated they made a payment. The damage that was accepted was actually to the fence and a storage shed in the backyard. The damage was below the deductible, so no payment was made, but an estimate was provided. State Farm denied the claim again and reiterated to the plaintiffs that they'd already submitted a claim for the rafters separating from the ridge line, which was causing, when you look from the top of the roof, it's causing, it looks like the roof is sinking. And so State Farm reminded them that that was previously addressed in 2015 and was denied, and they denied it again here. Then when the appraisal demand was made, State Farm declined to go to appraisal because it's time barred at this point. This damage was addressed in 2015. And it's the same damage. If you look at the response, there's photos from both the 2015 and 2018 claim that demonstrate this is the same damage. So State Farm would actually request that this request for appraisal be denied due to it being time barred, and then allow State Farm to move forward with a motion for summary judgment on that same issue.
Response.
Yes, Your Honor. So a couple of things here. Ms. Wall is correct. What I meant was they didn't issue a payment as so much as they accepted the claim. So in other words, there's no dispute that there was a wind and hailstorm that caused damage to the property. The sole dispute that defendant has is whether some of that damage pre-existed this loss. Now, we're not fighting over the 2015 claim. We're not asserting any sort of causes of action for the 2015 claim. In fact, we agree that one is time barred. We're only seeking for appraisal of new damages that were caused in 2019. And there is no case law, and defendant hasn't provided any, because I don't believe there is any case law out there that limits or that allows the parties to limit the scope of appraisal. The only limitation that would be allowed is for something that was completely outside the scope of damages. And here we have a portion of the roof that Ms. Wall is correct, that was damaged prior, but that doesn't exclude the rest of the roof It doesn't exclude everything else, even the things to which Ms. Wall admitted that State Farm had covered or accepted rather. For example, the fence and the shed. There's no reason why appraisal shouldn't move forward on, at minimum, those items. But even so, just the house and the defendant's, defense post appraisal is if that portion of the roof that was damaged in a prior claim, if that's included in an appraisal award, the appraisal clause actually specifically states that defendant is free to apply any sort of coverage terms under the policy to deny portions of the appraisal award.
That makes sense. So it sounds like there's some pre-existing hail damage that's been exacerbated by the second hailstorm, I guess, which is, going to be something we see a lot of these days with all these weather events. And he's just trying to get appraisal for the 2019. That kind of makes sense. What's your response?
Your Honor, my response is the estimate that was provided with the appraisal demand, which is it's Exhibit B6 to our response, but it's very limited. It is for, I'm sorry, it's about repairing the roof rafters in the damaged area that is separated from the ridge. Then the second section is just for shingles. Like, there is nothing to do with the shed in the back, the fence. That's not identified in the issues that they're trying to have sent to appraisal. This estimate is only for portions of the roof, and it has to do with this roof. And a chunk of it has to do with this issue of the rafters separating, which is not a question if that pre-existed. It's very clear in the photos that this is the same condition that was addressed previously in 2015 and denied.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and order the appraisal. It needs to make it clear it's just for the 2019 claim. I think the order is, do you have any problems with the form of the order that was submitted by the plaintiff?
I do object to, I guess, I don't know if there's an attorney fees link in it. I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, it's right here.
And if it is, I'm fine pulling that out.
Any other problems with it?
Can you go back up, Your Honor? I can just see this. I'm sorry. Thank you.
It's okay.
I'm fine with the 120 days if we're going to be ordered to go.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll go ahead and order that and we'll abate it, and hopefully you guys can get it all worked out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Joe.
All right. I'll go ahead and sign that today. You guys have a good day.
You too. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay safe. So our next hearing is at, well, let me check. They keep canceling. So let me see if it's still at 2. So the next hearing's at 3 o'clock. All right, guys, I will see you.